Good morning students, welcome for today's session. I am here for mathematics of class 8th. Students, today we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter 3rd, understanding quadrilaterals. Students, in this chapter we will study about the shapes, polygons, closed curve, types of quadrilaterals and questions based on these. So let's understand plane surface. So plane surface is means directly we can say 2D surface. 2D surface is like that A4 sheet in which we write such type of page is known as 2D surface. As you know that the front page of your book class 8 where is written class 8 and mathematics, this page is also a 2D surface. And various example we have in our daily life like that tabletop, bed top, okay, a wall also, the surface where we paint, that surface is also 2D surface only. So let's move student. Plane curved. When we join a number of points without lifting a pencil from the paper, without retracing any portion of the drawing other than single points. So hope you understood what the definition is saying, that here plane curved means anything if you drawn without lifting your pen and pencil. So look here, various example of this without lifting pen and pencil line. But it could be if it is meted in one point, intersected one point only, then it will be considered as plane curve. Okay, so students, these are the example of plane curve. Now second is simple closed curve. A connected curve that does not cross itself and end at the same point where it begins. Like example circle, square, etc. So you can say student has the simple closed curve, that means the shape should be closed and the starting point, suppose I am drawing a circle here, so from this point I am start this, and you can see the end point, start point and end point are same here. Similar way here, from suppose you started from here, so this and this, so means same points, start and end point both are same. So such type the shape said to be, yes, simple closed curve. Hope you understood students. Now which type the shape not consider as simple closed curve? So you can see here this, okay, you can see in this shape, suppose it is a starting point like this and end point is differ. So here starting and end point both are not same, so this shape is not a simple closed curve. Similar way student, here the start point is this and end point this, so means such type the shape not a simple closed curve. Now students, our next topic is polygon. So students, we can, it is a Greek words, okay. So the meaning of the polygon, poly means the many and gon means sides. So a simple closed curve made up only line segments is called polygons. So we can say, you know, in circle it is a curved form, it is not a line segments, okay. So any shape which is combined, which is joined with the line segments, such type the shape said to be polygons. We have various example of that, triangle, quadrilaterals, okay students. So these all are said to be a 2D surface. These are also a 2D surface. So as you know that in 2D only length and breadth we have only, so such type the shapes also known as 2D also, okay. Now next students, types of polygons. So how we can classify polygons? Okay, generally we can classify in four way: concave polygon, convex polygon, regular polygon, irregular polygon. Now we'll understand one by one to all. So first, concave polygons. Okay students, it is a type of polygons if one or more interior angles greater than 180. Okay, if in any polygons, if one interior angle and more than one, if greater than 180, such type the polygons said to be concave polygons. So we have example here, you can see 1 2 3 4, this shape is formed, we are combined with the 4 line segments. Okay, check the interior angle. The interior angle is this, this, this and this. And the how many vertices it have? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, where the lines meet, this point is known as vertices, and these are 4 sides. So now check all interior angles. So having 4 interior angles, so now this angle, it is more than 180. So students, such a type of shape said to be concave polygon. And here again another example we have. How many sides it has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and angles, if the 4 sides, so means 4 sides having 4 angle. If the 5 side, so means 5 angle they have. Okay, so student, here now check how many angles it have. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now which angle is more than 180? Yes, check. This is less than 180, this is less than 180, less than 180, less than 180, but this angle is more than 180. So means both shape known as concave polygons. One more thing is there. If we'll draw the diagonal, we draw the diagonal of concave polygon, the diagonal is always drawn the outside of the shape like this. Okay, so we will discuss in when I will teach you diagonal. So now students, second is convex polygon. So in convex polygons, just opposite of concave, if all integer angles are less than 180, so such type of the polygons known as convex polygon. So we have example here. It is a 3-sided figure known as triangle. 4-sided figure is a quadrilateral. The pentagon. 5-sided figure is pentagon. So students, so now you can check each interior angle is less than 180. Similar here, here, here. Okay, now all angles are less than 180. Okay, such type the shape said to be convex polygon. So now students, I hope you understood what is the difference between concave polygon and convex. Okay, let's move. Next is regular polygon. So regular polygon is very easy students. All line segments, if a shape have all the line segments and angles are equal, such type the shape said to be regular polygon. We have various example here. Equilateral triangle, you know about the types of triangle. Yes, triangle can be classified in 2 ways, as per angle and as per sides. So as per angle, we have acute angle triangle, and second is right angle triangle, and third is obtuse angle triangle. Okay, and as per side, we have equilateral triangle, then isosceles, and then scalene. So in equilateral triangles, all sides and all angles are equal. Here it is an example of equilateral triangle. In scalene, it is an example of scalene triangle. And isosceles is a triangle in which 2 sides and 2 angles are equal. Only these 2 angles are equal and 2 sides are equal. Okay, so now students, it is a example of regular polygon. All side means, and the measure is equal, 60, 60 and 60. Okay, all angles are equal and the sides in equal length. Such type the shape said to be regular polygon. So another example is square. You know that each vertex angle is 90 and all sides in equal lengths. And now last, irregular polygon is just opposite to the regular polygon, means all lines and angle are not equal. Okay, so these are also example of irregular polygon. So students, one thing we observe here, all convex polygons are also known as irregular polygon, and all regular polygons are also known as convex polygon. But all convex polygon never be a regular polygon. Understood? So now students, it is just introduction part of this chapter. By these you able to start exercise 6.1 and easily you will understand. Students, let's start exercise 3.1. Question number 1, we have given here are some figures. We have given some figures here. 8 figures are. Classify each of them on the basis of the following: either simple curve, simple closed curve, polygon, convex polygon and concave polygons. So students, in earlier we discussed about that what are the simple curves, simple closed curve, polygons, as well as convex and concave polygons. It is clear. So now we'll classify them. So here figure number 1, it is a closed curve. It is formed by the line segments. So means it is a simple closed curve, and second is polygon, and third concave polygon. Okay, because this angle is more than 180, one interior angle is more than 180, that's why it is concave polygon. So solution for figure 1, B, C, E. B is simple closed curve, C is polygon, and E is concave polygon. Now let's come figure number 2. Again it is a closed and formed by the line segment. So first is B, so B, second C, it is polygon, third is, it is all, check all interior angles are less than 180. Yes, it has less than, all interior angles are less than 180, so it is convex polygon. So D is answer for this shape. Let's come in third shape. Here you can see two circles, one in inside and outside. Okay, but here the tip of pencil is not regular to form this shape, to draw this shape. It is not simple closed curve, not a polygon, not convex and concave polygons. Similarly in fourth you can see it is many times intersecting this shape. Okay, so it is not a simple closed curve, not polygon, not convex polygon, as well as concave polygon. And simple curve, first one is also a simple curve, rest both are not a simple curve also. Now let's move in fifth part. Here you can see, yes, it is a simple curve, A, simple closed curve, yes, B, third is polygon, no, it is not a polygon, and not a convex and concave also. So let's move in figure number 6. Here you can see it is simple curve, yes, it is simple closed curve, yes, polygon, no, because polygon is made up of line segments. So here is a curved line, similar way here is a curved line. Okay, now in sixth part it is simple curve, yes, simple closed curve, yes, polygon, no. Okay, and last here it is a simple closed curve, not. Okay, it is not a polygon. Hope you understood, students. Before moving question number 2, first we know that about the diagonals. Okay, what do you mean by the diagonal? Diagonal is a line segments, okay, connecting two non-consecutive vertices of a polygons. So here are a few example of polygons. Now ABCD is a quadrilateral, and here 1 2 3 4 5 means ABCD is a pentagon, ABCD is again quadrilaterals. Okay, so now check, suppose point A, we are at point A, and now A, B, C, D are known as vertices of this quadrilateral. Okay, so A to B, it is adjacent, but non-consecutive. Consecutive means just after. So just after A is B or D. Okay, so we should to not join this line, we should to join which are non-consecutive. So check A to C, it is a non-consecutive vertices. Okay, so AC is a diagonal here. Similar way BD is a diagonal. Okay, both intersect at O. Okay students, yes, now let's move in another figure. Suppose point, you are at point A. Okay, A to B can't meet, we can't do this, but A to C, yes. So first diagonal is AC, second is A to D, third from E, E to B, E to C, and then from B only B to D. 1 2 3 4 5 diagonals have this figure. Okay, let's move another figure. Here A to B is adjacent, A to D adjacent, so only we can join to AC. Okay, why I drawn dash line here? Because it is outside of the shape, it is a concave polygon. Okay, so it is another way we can classify the polygons, that if the diagonal is just outside of the shape, so known as concave. Here in the both case diagonals are drawn inside the shape, so said to be also a convex polygon. So one diagonal is AC, second is D to B, this DB, two diagonal in this shape. Okay, Now suppose I asked you that find out the diagonals in an octagon. How will do? First you will draw the octagon, then count one by one. No, student, we have a formula to make to find out diagonals easy way. Means it is a simpler than drawing the diagonals. Okay, so the formula is number of diagonals equal to n minus 3 upon 2, where n is a number of side. Suppose in this shape count the sides 1 2 3 4, so 4 inside bracket 4 minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, so 4 into 1 divided by 2 means equal to 2, so it has 2 diagonals. Okay, similar here pentagon, so we'll do 5 minus 3 divided by 2, 5 into 2 divided by 2, 5 only. So this shape has 5 diagonals, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, similarly octagon 8 minus 3 divided by 2, 8 minus 3 is 5, and 5 4s are 20 diagonal we get in a octagon. And one more thing students, you will surprise, a polygon we have triangle. Okay, A B C names of vertices. So are you able to find the number of diagonal in the triangle? Yes, no, we can't find the diagonal here, because let's see, A to B, B is also consecutive and C is consecutive from A. Similar way B from B, A and C both are consecutive to B, but here is non-consecutive sides, not consecutive vertices are not here. So what we'll do, so we can write that number of diagonal in a triangle is 0, means triangle is the smallest polygon having no diagonal. Okay, rest above the triangle the polygon have diagonal. Clear? You can put also in the formula 3 minus 3 is 0, means whole term is become 0, means number of diagonal is 0. Understood? Okay, now let's move in question number 2. How many diagonals does each of the following have? A convex quadrilateral. So it is an example of a convex quadrilateral. So as you know, by the formula you can put the value, number of side. You know that in quadrilateral there are 4 sides, so just put the value 4 minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, then you obtain 2 diagonals in a convex quadrilaterals. Okay, in a regular hexagon, means in hexagon number of sides are 6. So now just put the formula by using this formula, 6 minus 3 divided by 2, 2 3s are 6, so 3 into 6 minus 3 is 3, means 9 diagonal a hexagon have. Okay, and last is a triangle. Already said you that in triangle no diagonal, so means we'll write 0 here. Now students, before moving next question, just we must to know about the angle sum property. So what do you mean by the angle sum property? Means it is nothing, it is the sum of all interior angles of a given polygons. Okay, it could be a convex and concave. Understood? Okay, so we have a formula to find out the angle sum of a given polygon n minus 2 into 180. Okay, so n is number of side here. So similar way in a triangle number of sides are 3. Here n is 4. Here n is 5. Just now put the value here. N minus 3 means 3 minus 2 into 180 means 180. Okay, here 4 minus 2 means 2 into 180 means 360. Okay, so angle sum property means angle sum property of a quadrilateral is 360. Angle sum property of triangle is 180. And now third, pentagon. So 5 minus 2 means 3 into 180. It is 540. So angle sum property of pentagon is 540. Similarly student, you can find all these pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, nonagon and decagon. Okay, just replace n by the number of sides on a given polygon. Now you can check question number 3. What is the sum of measure of the angle of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not convex? Okay, so student, I already said you that this property hold to all the type of quadrilaterals, all type of polygons. Okay, so you have to just replace the value by value of n by number of side present on the given polygons. Okay, so question 3 you can do easily. Now question number 4, here is a figure is also given. Examine the table. Their table also same, you have to find the by using angle sum property. Easily you can find the sum of all interior angles. So question are here, what can you say about the angle sum of a convex polygon with number of sides? If a polygon number of sides 7, then easily you can find us by replace n by 7 in first one, in second one replace n by 8, in third part replace by 10, and for n, and then fourth, when n means number of sides are n, then you have a simple formula n minus 2 into 180. Hope you understood. Next students, question number 5th, what is a regular polygon? As I said you that question number 5th, regular polygon. As you know that regular polygons are a polygon which is made up line segments having all interior angles are equal, as well as length of the side also equal. So here is given that state the name of the regular polygon of three side. You know that three sided figure is known as equilateral triangle. If the regular polygon is not a triangle, it is a type of triangle. Okay, so equilateral triangle which have all the interior angles are equal, like this. Here length of the sides is also equal, three sided shape which is regular. Okay, angle this equal to this equal to this, each angle is 60 degree. Okay, 60 60 60, then become 180. Okay, length of the sides is also equal. Now next shape is four side. Okay, as you know that the four sided regular polygon is known as square. Okay, in a square all angles are equal. Okay, and all length of the sides, as you know that, equals. And now third is six side. So as you know, six sided shape is known as hexagon, but regular it is known as regular hexagon. Regular hexagon means all the length of the sides is equal, as well as each angle also equal. So the angle sum property of hexagon is 720. 720 divided by 6. 6 1 ja 6, 6 2 ja 12, 0, means each angle is 120 degree, and all our angle are same, means each 120. We can understand question number 3rd by this method also. Here what is the sum of measure of the angle of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold the quadrilateral is not convex? So here a figure, one is convex, another is concave, means not convex. So as you know that it is a quadrilateral, if you will divide by diagonals, means you will draw the diagonal, then it is divided into two triangles. Okay, so angle sum property of a triangle is 180, and then angle sum property of another triangle is 180. So whole is become 360. Okay, similar way here it is an example of non-convex, means concave polygon. So here BD is a diagonal. So now it is it's subdivided into two triangles. So angle sum property of this triangle is 180. Similar way angle sum property of this triangle is 180. After adding all, you obtain 360. So we can make equation like that for triangle ABD, the angles are 1 2 and 3. Similar way triangle BDC, 4 5 and 6. Okay, so in triangle this ABD, one angle sum of angle 1 2 3 is equal to 180. Similar another triangle angle sum of 4 5 6 180. After adding all, we will obtain 360. So students, it is not means thus this property hold the quadrilateral is not a convex. Let's see question number 6, first part. Here it is a quadrilateral given, and we have to find the value of x, and then this angle is 50, 130 and 120. Okay, so three angles out of 4 given us, and then we have to find the value of x. Okay, so as you know that how will find the angle sum property? You know that the formula n minus 2 into 180. So n is number of side here, so n equal to 4. 4 minus 2 means 2, 2 into 180 means 360. Okay, by using angle sum property we can find the value of x. How? Just add the three given angles and then subtract from 360, then we obtain the value of x. Okay, so here 50, 130, 120 plus x, which is equal to 360. Addition of 3 is 300 plus x equal to 360. Now 300 move right hand side, so it will become negative sign, as you know, and 360 minus 300 60. So we obtain x equal to here 60 degree. Now let's see second part of this. Find the angle measure x in the following figure. Okay, here is a shape. Now check which type of shape is 1 2 3 4, means 4 side it has. Okay, so means it is a quadrilateral. So this angle, as you know, it is given only this, so it is denote to the right angle, means 90 degree. So as you know, this line is straight line. If one is this angle and this angle, both are linear pair. If it is 90, so means another will be 90, because the sum of the both is 180. Okay, rest angle is given 70, 60 and x, when we have to find the value of x. Okay, so here all statement is written in this figure. It has 4 sides, hence it is a quadrilateral. One side is perpendicular forming right angle. This is talking about this side only. Okay, so sum of angle of quadrilateral is 360. As you know, the angle sum property of quadrilateral is 360. Okay, so now again we'll do same above we did in part 1. Sum of all given angle, or we can say sum of all interior angle here, so including x. So 90 plus 70 plus 60 plus x, which is equal to 360. Okay, now these three, addition of these three, 220 plus x is same, equal to 360. Now transform this term toward the right hand side, so it is become negative. So x equal to 360 minus 220. After subtracting, we obtain the value x as 140 degree. And rest two part, we have C and D, you can do easily by yourself. Look here, figure, check which type the figure is this. 1 2 3 4 5, means it is a pentagon, and then this angle is given to you 60. As you know that angle this and this both are the linear pair, so this angle is 180 minus 60 is 120. Okay, and here in this angle and this both are linear pair. So now what is the value of measure of this angle is 110. How? Because the sum of the both is 180, so it is 110. Okay, so as you know, the angle sum property of the pentagon is 540. So replace 2x plus 30 plus 110 plus 120, which is equal to 540. Okay, so here 2x plus 30 plus 110 plus 120 is equal to 540. Okay, 540 is same 2x, and then add up these three, it is 260. Now transform 260 left hand side, so 540 minus 260, which is equal to 2x. Okay, after subtract we obtain 280 equal to 2x, and then x equal to 140. So means hence it is this angle 140 and this is 140. Okay, and now in the D part, it is a 1 2 3 4 5, it is again pentagon, and it is a regular pentagon. Okay, as you know that all angles are x, so 5x equal to 540, then x equal to 108. Okay, now question number 7th, first part. In this triangle you have to find x plus y plus z. Okay, sum of the value of x, y, z. Okay, x is here, y is here, z here. So assume that if it is y, that it inside is p. Okay, so as you know students, the angle sum property of a triangle, because it is a three-sided figure, so means triangles, angle sum property of a triangle is 180. Now first we'll find the value of p. P is we obtain when we subtract the sum of the both from 180. So okay, so 180 minus 90 minus 30, so we obtain p equal to 60 degree. Now if p is 60, as you know that these both are the linear pair, these two are also linear pair, these two are also linear pair. Okay, so if it is, you know that the sum of the linear pair is 180, so 180 minus 60, we obtain y equal to 120. Here is z and 30 both are linear pair, so that we'll subtract this angle from 180, then we'll obtain the value of z here. So z equal to 180 minus 30 equal to 150. Similar way in this, you know that the sum of the both is 180, so if one is 90, the another will be obviously 90 degree. Okay, now we have to find the x, y and z. Replace just x by 90 and y by 120 and then z 150. Okay, here values interchange. Here x is 90 is for x, y is 120 and this is for z. So sum of the all is 360 degree. Now second part of 7th. Here is a figure, then we have to find x, y, z and w. Okay, similar way student, here is w, inside all rest interior angles are given, rest of this, so assume it as q. Okay, so how will find this angle? As by using angle sum property. So it is a quadrilateral, so you know that angle sum property of a quadrilateral is 360. So now subtract all these angles from 360, so we'll obtain q equal to 360 minus 260, okay, which is 100. So q equal to, you obtain here 100. Now by using linear pair, okay, every here corner point here, and here, all are the linear pair angles. Okay, so as you know that x equal to x plus 120, which is equal to 180, because you know that sum of the linear pair is 180. So x equal to 180 minus 120, we obtain x as 60 degrees. Similar way here, you know that the sum of the both is 180. So y equal to 180 minus 80, which is 100. Similar way, 180 minus 60, 120. So z equal to 180 minus 60 is 120. And here q we find here 100. So it is 80. So now we have to find the sum of x, y, z and w. So replace the values all, 60, 100, 120 and 80, which is equal to 360. And one more thing we can observe here, each type and every type of polygon, the sum of the all exterior angle always is 360. So remember this thing. Okay student, now this exercise completed. Now let's start exercise 3.2. As in previous one, we observed that the sum of the measure of the exterior angles of a given polygon, any polygon, is 360. Okay, so now let's start question number 1 from exercise 3.2. Here is a figure, and you know that sum of all exterior angle is 360, means sum of 120 and 125, then x is, which is equal to 360. Now we can find easily x here. Sum of the two is 250 plus x equal to 360. Then x equal to 360 minus 250, which is equal to 110 degree. Answer. Okay students, so very easy. Second part you can do by yourself of this question number 1. You can find easily this. You know that sum of all exterior angle is 360. So x plus this 90 means exterior is also 90, 60, and then it is 90 given already, exterior angle 90 and 70. So 360 minus 90, 90, 60 and 70. Okay, which is equal to x. Before doing question number 2, let's think a new concept. How do find the number of sides of a regular polygon whose exterior angle we know? Okay, suppose any polygon you have to given, then and any exterior angle is given of regular polygon, then you have to find number of sides. So how will find? We have a formula. Let's see. To find out the number of sides of a given polygons, if we know the exterior angle, so what we'll do? We do just, which is equal to, number of side is equal to 360 over exterior angle. Okay, let's see a questions example based on it. Find the number of side of a regular polygon whose each exterior angle has a measure of 45. So you know that the total measure of all exterior angle is 360. Measure of each exterior angle is 45. It is given here. And now therefore you know the formula, number of side is equal to sum of all exterior angle divided by exterior angle. So you know that the sum is remains same, it's constant for all type of polygons. So 360 divided by 45. So we obtain the polygons having 8 sides. Okay, now you can see question number 2. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 side. We have formula to find out exterior angle, which is same as above. Exterior angle is equal to 360 over number of side. Okay, and we have to find here exterior angle of a regular polygon whose 9 side and 15 side. So we can do like this. Here for 9 side, 360 divided by 9, which is equal to 40 degree. Okay, so means the measure of each exterior angle is 40 degree if a regular polygon having 9 side. So another 360 divided by 15. Okay, second part of this question number 2. So 360 divided by 15, we obtain 24 degree, means here the measure of each exterior angle is 24 degree. Now question number 3. how many sides does a regular polygon have if the measure of an exterior angle is 24 degree? Okay, it is same that divide by 360 divided by 24 will obtain the number of sides. So as I said, 360 divided by 24, after dividing we will obtain 15. Number of sides are here 15. Okay, it is not degree. Number of sides are 15 here. Let's do question number 4. How many sides does a regular polygon have if each of its interior angle is 165? So students, you know that if the interior angle is given, then how will find the exterior angle? So exterior angle equal to 180 minus interior angles. Okay, let's do here. If interior angle is given 165 and we have to find the exterior angle, so we'll just subtract it from 180. So exterior angle is equal to 180 minus interior angle. So 180 minus 165. Okay, we obtain 15 degree. Now we have to find the number of sides. If we know that the exterior angle is 15, so from we have formula, number of sides equal to 360 divided by 15. So it is 24 degree, means each exterior angle is measured as 24 degree. Now let's do question number 5. Is it possible to have a regular polygon with measure of each exterior angle as 22? So student, here in question number 5 we just divide by 360 if exterior angle is 22. So now you will check that when you divide it, you never be obtain a whole number like that 1 2 3, because the number of side is always whole number, means it is countable. Okay, so here after dividing you will never obtain a whole number. Okay, it will come in decimal form, so means it not be possible here. So let's do another part B. Can it be an interior angle of a regular polygon and why? Again it is same that suppose 22 is the interior angle, then how will find the exterior angle, which is 180 minus 22. Okay, so after subtracting, then again we will divide 360 this exterior angle. So now we will not obtain the whole number, means again we will get a decimal number. So again I am saying that number of sides always a whole number, means countable. It is just like that strength of your class. You always said 10, 15, 16. You never will say that 10.5, 50.5, such like. Okay, so the number of sides should be a whole number. So both cases here impossible. Now question number 6a. What is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon and why? As you know that what is the smallest polygon? It is, yes, it is triangle. So as you know that if a triangle, regular triangle, which is known as equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degree. Each angle is 60 degree. So what is the minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon is 60 degree. So and now we obtain the value of, means answer for first part of 6. Now we'll do second part B. What is the maximum exterior angle possible for a regular polygon? So as you know that if the minimum interior angle is 60, so what is the maximum exterior angle? Okay, you know that the linear pair, both are the linear pair, so sum of the both is 180. Now subtract 60 from 180 will obtain 120. So what is the maximum exterior angle possible for a regular polygon? It is 120, and minimum interior angle possible for a regular polygon is 60 degree. So students, hope you understood. There is 2 exercise today.